This is our product team for licensing right here. So we have the ability to share and lead out on different projects, but we all kind of contribute on each and every one of these. Here's the concept art that we ended up really locking onto to say this is the direction that we feel resonates with us, the company at large, and then also our licensors, when we shared that with them, just really loved it. So it made sense to head that way.
These are some very early shots from the factory of the clay model. You can kind of see how a lot of it's just roughed in shapes, almost just a volume study to see if there's going to be any problems with scale or just to identify anything that's maybe going wrong. And then they'll finish it off in clay. Then we'll submit those to the licensor for sculpt approval. And then that's when the factory will come back and present to us in actual ceramic.
Every time it goes from paper and it becomes something tangible, your mind starts going.
Yeah, and these are individually cast and hand painted. They're not churned out of some injection mold machine at 1,000 an hour. These take time to produce.
Once we get the paint and the first sample in, we'll test it. So we have to figure out temperature, wax melt times, safety thing. Every bit of the testing happens each stage of the way.
You'll see that little insert and you think, oh, it's a beautiful little glimmery gold glow that's coming from it, but it's trapping the heat, it's hiding the electronics from the eye, and it's giving you this beautiful little glow. So it wasn't just an accident, it was very helpful. Functional. Yeah, functional.
In the story, Gandalf first exposes with the ring in the fire, in that fireplace, the fact that this was the Ring of Power has that exposed that elvish on the inside of the ring. And we wanted to try to depict that moment. We ended up hiding it on the inside of that wax dish. During the final production of this, and just before we actually pulled the trigger to go into production, one of our other artists on the creative team noticed that we had an extra letter on one of the signposts on here.
And I had it just sitting on my desk because I was working with naming of the warmer and the wax bar, and one of the other employees walked by and saw the misspelling on the back and called it out. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, oh my gosh, you're right. How did everyone miss that?
We caught it by the nick of time before they really started producing many of these warmer bodies.
So V is our designer for all of our packaging, and she does a great job. I love all of her little Easter eggs when you open the box, and she just really adds to the storytelling of everything a lot. For us here, we have Bag End, the Hobbit Hole, really introductory, just inviting you in. And it has the very first line from the very first book to really make it authentic. It's a very authentic representation of the book and the story. Out of the gate, we don't know exactly every product we're going to make under this franchise. We have high hopes that we're going to have some really fun things to follow Bag End and this initial warmer. It's not just all about this location, but there's others. Just a fun way to kind of give the fans a little more of that story, and maybe a hint of what's to come as well.